Hey gang, right here with the Bart Allan Show. We're chatting with Chiara, Kezii, and MJ. Thank you guys for your time. It's great to meet all of you, and let's talk about some hysteria.
Let's do
Uh,
it.
Well, this is very fun. It takes place in several different genres, music, police procedural, comedy, the whole works. Chiara, we'll start with you. What is one thing you are most excited about for fans to see and to learn about this series when they get a chance to watch?
I think that there's so much for fans to enjoy in our show. We cover so many different genres, subgenres. We've got the music, we've got the 80s, we've got this incredible, spectacular cast with so many icons from, different genres themselves. I mean, Julie Bowen from Modern Family and Bruce Campbell from the Evil Dead series and, kind of everything. So I'm excited for people to dive into the show and also to enjoy the musical side of this because me, Kezii, and MJ are in a band together called Death Crunch, which is a heavy metal band. And being able to develop the music for that and the soundtrack, I think that was such an amazing experience. I look forward to people being able to dive into that and enjoy.
Kezai, how about you?
Um, for me, I think. Can you repeat the question again? I'm sorry.
Well, just wanting to know what you're most excited about for the
Okay.
fans to grasp a hold of and what you're excited about for this project.
I'm genuinely excited for people to see how we're dealing with the quote unquote psychological thriller. I think we take a really unique approach to it, and it's something I haven't seen on television. It's not, all the scares in the season are not gonna be right in your face. It's gonna be like the out of focus stuff. Like, is my TV tripping out, or is that actually happening? That's what I think would be cool.
MJ, how about you?
Everything they just said. And I'm also really excited. Like Kiara said, the music. The music was a huge part of the show, and we really spent a lot of time in preparing for it and stuff. So I'm really excited for people to see it and hope they like it.
Yes, well, as I mentioned, this series, this anthology series, you can watch these episodes and maybe have seen one and not the other and still be able to enjoy it, right? Because it just kind of, there's individual bottle episodes. It's very interesting. Uh, MJ, will start with you and then go back to the top to Kiara. The question is, what is one thing that you learned about a different time period or genre or some sort of thing that you weren't familiar with before you started filming that you were like, oh, wow, this was a thing in the 80s? I always like to ask these questions because I think it's interesting.
Well, I love the 80s. I'm a huge history buff. Not that that was that far ago, but or long ago. The only thing I actually learned was that there was no fist bumps in the 80s because on set we'd do a scene and we'd try to do a fist bump in the scene and they'd be like, "Cut, you ruined it." We're like, "What? There's no fist bumps."
I
So that
love it.
was thing.
Kezai and then Kiara with you, and then we'll wrap.
For me, I genuinely think it's how accepting of not knowing where your kids were during that time. It's such
Yes.
it's such a thing to just not know where your kids were in the 80s. So I would even go around set sometimes and ask, like, were these infomercials when these celebrities are asking, do you know where your kids are? That's real? Like, this actually played on the television? And they were like, yes. I was like, that's insane.
Yeah, Kiara, how about you?
Hmm. I think there was a lot that I needed to learn about 1989. I think there was a lot more music I wanted to dive into, a lot of the movies I wanted to see, and then just kind of like a lot of trends with the clothing and the teased hair and the colorful makeup. But I think also in our show we cover a lot of different styles of the 80s. I think we have like a very stereotypical idea of like the polka dots and the huge skirts and like the ponytail with I'm thinking kind of 13 going on 30 with the ponytails with the, little scrunchy. But I think that there's, we cover a lot of different characters and a lot of different vibes. And with, the adults and the kids that take place in 1989. So
Yes. Well, you all do really good in this. This is a lot of fun. And as a child of the 80s, yes, there were times where I would be gone from my house and my mother would literally have no idea where I was because there were no cell phones, pagers, Instagram, Facebook. Have you seen my kid? Like literally, I mean, there was, proper parenting, but the
Yeah.
point is, yeah, all that you saw and experienced was very true.
Word.
Congratulations. You all do fantastic in this. I can't wait for people to see it. Hysteria streaming soon here on Peacock. Thank you so much for your time, everybody.
Thanks for having
Congratulations.
us.
Thank you, Brett.
Absolutely. And we'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much.